Hey everyone, it's time for lockdown workout number 5. To begin, for our warm-up, you are going to need a star chart, courtesy of Dr. Eric Cobb of Z Health. This thing's pretty cool. We're going to use it to warm up, so I'll make sure you guys have that in like a PDF format. So all it's basically going to be, we can kind of zoom in so you can take a look. What we're going to be doing is 3 different patterns. If the star is to the left of the line, you're just going to step left and then step back. If the star is to the right of the line, you'll step right, step back. If the star is right on the line, you're going to hit a quick jumping jack and then right back to it. So it's step, step, jumping jack. Those are your 3 patterns. And you're going to go through and you're going to, if you mess up, if you do the wrong pattern, that's okay. Repeat it till you get it right. So you're going to go right through that star chart and you can see how many times through from go top, left to right, and then top to bottom. See how many times you can go through in 60 seconds. So it'll warm the brain up a little bit too. 60 seconds, rest, and then go back into it. See if you can make it farther along that chart. Okay? So once again, your basic patterns are just step left if the star is to the left, step right if the star is to the right, and then jump a jack if it's right on that line. Okay? You'll see what I mean when you take a look at that PDF star chart. So once we get through that, we're going to get right to our deflex. First one, we're going to set up in a plank position. We're going to rock back and forth at the ankles. So hips and shoulders are level, rocking back and forth. We'll go 5 circles in, and then 5 circles the other direction. So 10 rocks back and forth, 5 circles each direction. Next one, we're going to set up side line for a bretzel. So you'll be on your side, one knee up, grab underneath that hamstring, kick the bottom foot up to the top hand. You're going to drive into your hand for 3 seconds, like you're trying to kick that leg free. So we'll drive for 3 seconds, and then we'll relax. We'll rotate that top shoulder down and stretch for 3 seconds. So we'll drive for 3, and then we'll relax. We'll rotate and stretch for 3 seconds. We'll get 5 reps like that. With that, contract, relax, and then we'll switch sides. So knee up, keep the back foot up, grab underneath the hamstring, drive for 3, and then relax, rotate, and stretch for 3. 5 times like that. Next one, we got a little supine rocking hammy stretch. So you're going to be on your back, you're going to be up, both arms, one leg, grab the ankle, rock back up, lie flat, do it again. So be up, grab the ankle, rock back, rock up, lie flat, do it again. Be up, grab the ankle, rock back up to seated, lie flat, do it again. Try to keep that down leg super glued to the floor. You don't want the down leg to kick up and come along for the ride. That stays down on the ground. We'll get 6 per side there. Next one, we get a little rock back pigeon stretch. So you're in quadruped, hands and knees, you're just gonna rock diagonally back into that hip. Get that nice stretch right in that glute. If there was a flashlight on your hip, it should shine towards the floor. We'll get 8 rocks, and then we'll tuck the other knee, rock diagonally back into that hip. 8 rocks there. Next one, we get a little Spider-Man with elbow drop. So we're just going to step, heel outside the hand, keep the back leg straight, drop the elbow, and then that's all we're doing today. So that step, drop the elbow, nice and long through that back leg, and then we'll switch. We'll get 5 Spider-Man steps per side. Next one, we have a little side plank hip abduction. So you're going to set up in your side plank. We'll go from kneeling, so straight line from knee to shoulder. Make sure that this bottom hip is completely straight. We don't want any flex at that bottom hip. So straight line knee to shoulder, butt tight. You're going to slide your heel along an imaginary wall. You feel the back side of that hip. Not so much in the front, the hip flexor. If you feel it in front, make sure your hips are straight. Make sure that top toe is pointed dead ahead and not turning upward. We'll get 10 there. Then we'll stick onto our back. We'll set up, heels pulled in. You're going to bring one knee up, push into the opposite knee, create some tension between that hand and that knee. We want to bridge up in a nice straight line from the knee to shoulder on the down leg side. We'll get 10, 2-second holds there. Same thing on the side. Then we'll hop up. For a skater squat, you're going to be standing on one leg, chest down. You're going to squat down, reach towards the instep of the opposite foot. You can put your hand on your back. Make sure that low back stays straight. Keep your chest tall. I like to envision that glass of water on the head. Don't spill a drop as you squat. We'll get 6 per side in the skater squats. Then you'll split your feet side to side for a lateral squat. So you squat down, creasing that hip below that knee. Stand back up till the legs are straight. And keep those feet in place. Chest is tall. Keep that trail leg straight. Toes dead ahead. 6 per side there. Once we get through our deflex, now we're going to shift into our first conditioning circuit. The first movement in this is a pairing. We've got a GPP drill and then a seated core variation. So the first GPP drill is just a little scissor switches. So you're going to start with one leg forward, opposite arm forward. You're going to switch opposite arm, opposite leg, fast as you can. Opposite arm, opposite leg. You're going to go for 20 seconds. Then you'll sit down, and now if you have a medicine ball or a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you can use a little weight here. Otherwise, you can just do this with your hands. We got a little V-sit, 3-way heartbeat press. So you can go side, front. Just cycling through those 3 directions for 20 seconds. Again, you don't have to have a weight, but I'm sure you can find something around the house that you can use to add a little load to that movement. After 20 seconds, you're going to pop back up. And we got scissor switches again. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Pop back down. 3-way heartbeat press. So that's the first round. Then we're going to move to A2, which is another pairing, a wall sit. So I don't have a wall in front of me, but you just get back right against the wall. You're just squatting down. The whole back will stay against the wall. We're looking for the crease in the hip, below that knee. Your knees would be a little bit more at 90 degrees than when I was just squatting there. But you're just going to hold that wall sit. If you want to add a weight, same thing, dumbbell, kettlebell, med ball, you can add any of those. So 20 seconds of the squat, and then another 20 seconds, where am I? That's right, the high prone walkout variation. So push up position. The first round is going to be a forward walkout, and then back. So hips and shoulders stay square, just walking those hands out, walking them back. So, once you get 20 seconds of wall sit, 20 seconds of walkout, go back, 20 seconds of wall sit, 20 seconds of walkout, and then we'll move to A3, which is our arm action variation. So you'll set up in a half kneel, hips, knees, and ankles are square. You can spread your fingertips, you can hold the chip. We'll start swinging. Hand moves hip to lip. We're going 25%. Then we'll pick it up, 50%. 75, a little quicker. 85. And then you're going to go just a pinch under roll out. 95%, driving hard. You might start to bounce a little bit. Try to keep that chest tall. Stay loose at that shoulder. We're pivoting that hand from hip to lip. Then we'll do the other side, same thing. So you want to just go about 3 to 5 seconds each variation of that 25%, and then 50, and then 75, 85, 95. Okay, so you can kind of gauge 3 to 5 seconds in that range. Left leg forward and then right leg forward. After we get our arm action variation, then we have straight jacket get-ups. So you're going to start on your back, your arms across your chest, and you're just going to get up any way you want to standing, feet together, then right back down, get up. You can try to make it different each time, but basically just keeping those hands crossed across the chest so that you can't use them, and then you get up off the ground any which way. Play around different ways, see what's easiest, see what challenges you the most, but you're just going to go 30 seconds of those straight jacket get-ups. Lastly in the round, you just got a little prone arrow, so you're going to lie flat on your stomach, palms are face down. You're going to lift, pause for 2, low. Lift, pause for 2, low. We'll get 10 2-second holds there. So that prone arrow is going to cap off every round. Now, Take a little breather after that, maybe 60 seconds or so. Then you're gonna go back to A1, which was your GPP drill plus your seated core variation. So this round is gonna change. So round 2 will be fire squats paired up with flutter kicks. So fire squat, you're just gonna start every time your feet return to the middle. I want you to imagine it's hut ground, okay? There's hut poles beneath you. Every time your feet are out wide in that squat position, you're cooling them off. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. You're gonna pop out, back in, pop out, back in. So we don't want to spend a lot of time on the in. We're only gonna split the feet to about shoulder width. Watch out for going too wide with them, right? So that'd be too wide here. Okay, so they start under the hips, pop out to about shoulder width. So that's your fire squat, so 20 seconds of that. Then your flutter kicks. Again, if you have a light implement, you can hold it over your chest. You'll get like an old school crunch. Legs are straight, and then you're gonna flutter the legs. Keep that back flat against the floor here. That's gonna keep tension in the abs. Make sure your legs stay straight and you're not just like flailing the knees. Move from the hip. And again, you can hold a med ball, kettlebell over your chest, anything like that. Dumbbell works fine. So you go back and forth. Again, 20 seconds of the fire squats, 20 seconds of the flutter kicks, 20 seconds fire squats, 20 seconds flutter kicks. That's round 2. Round 3, the movements again will change. We'll just, now that you get the sequence, we'll go through them all. So round 3, you got air splits paired up with a bent leg sit up to press. So air split is like a jumping jack, but your feet go out and in midair, okay? So you're just splitting the feet out. Every time you come back down, the feet come back under the hips. Okay? Those are trickier than they look. So 20 seconds of that. You don't have to jump high, you're just trying to get the legs out, and then right back underneath you. That's paired up with a little bent leg, sit up to press. So you're gonna hold the kettlebell or dumbbell at your chest, keep your legs bent. You'll reach up and away with that weight, get nice and tall through that torso. So keep the chest proud, reach that dumbbell or that kettlebell, whatever you might be using, med ball, nice and vertical. And that's that same sequence. And then A2 for round 2, which is your wall sit plus your walkout variation. You're gonna get back to your wall sit just like we did. The second round will be a reverse walkout, so push-up position. Walk the feet back as far as you can without collapsing. Keep those hips and shoulders level. You'll do that back and forth with your wall sit. Round 3, when you get to it, is going to be a combo walkout. So it'll be hands forward and back, and then feet back and then forward. Once you get done, 2 rounds of each of those. The next one, your arm action for round 2 is a tall kneel. So nice and tall through the hips, both knees down, and moves hip to lip, just like we did before. We'll go 25, 50, 75, 85, 95. We'll do that twice. Since it's tall kneeling, you'll just do it twice, both knees down. And then lastly, you've got your straight jacket get-ups again, and then your prone arrows, okay? And then for round 3 of your wall sit, no, we got that already. Oh, so round 3 of the arm action, you're just gonna do a seated arm action. So you're here, sitting nice and tall, chest proud. Again, just like we were working on before. As you pick up speed on that one, you might start bouncing, which is a good thing. Make sure you're sitting as tall as you can. When you're down on the floor like this, it's tempting to slouch. So we're gonna lift that chest, nice and vertical with that torso as we go through our arm action, okay? So that's all 3 rounds, all 3 variations for A1 through A3, okay? So, once we get through that whole sequence, 3 rounds, rest a little bit, then we'll go through our conditioning circuit B, which is just 4 movements, and you're gonna need some bands for this one. So I got 3 different varieties here. You guys are welcome to use whatever you think is most appropriate once you see the movement. The first one is just a little suspender squat. So you'll stand right on the band, feet about shoulder width, then you'll loop it right over your shoulders. Okay, you hold it like suspenders. You're just gonna squat down. You can reach those arms forward if you want. You'll squat down, chest is proud, Make sure you're driving those knees out, okay? Creasing the hip below the knee. And again, if you want to hold on to it, you can. It's going to make your squat actually a little bit more challenging because now you don't have that forward weight shift with the arms. You're going to get 15 to 20 of those. So this is going to be a little higher rep circuit. After you get that, we got a band row. So if you have a place to anchor the band, you can anchor it, whether it be a nice sturdy post or a piece of furniture that isn't going to move at all. You can also use a door, but just make sure that the band is going through the door in a way that pulls it shut rather than pulls it open, because you don't want to get whacked in the face if you get too much tension in that band. So make sure it's pulling the door shut. Otherwise, if you don't have anywhere you can anchor it, you're just going to anchor it by putting your foot right on it. So we got a little split stance band row. So you're going to set up, just going to be one arm. So you'll get both feet on, or both sides of the band underneath the foot. Chest proud, you're just going to row, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We'll get 10 per side. You can adjust the difficulty by just moving that band more and more underneath the foot. So that's an easy way to regulate how much tension you get so that 10 reps is challenging, okay? Last two, we get a speed band, sumo RDL. So we'll climb into the band. You'll set up, you want to get tension in both sides of the band. So your feet are going to have to be wide here. You're going to squat down for the first one with your chest proud. Grab both pieces of the band, stand up with it. Then we're going to hinge from the hips. Slight bend the knees, shins relatively vertical, pop the hips through. So hinge, chest up, butt back, pop the hips through. Hinge, pop. Keep that back nice and straight. So only go as far down as you can maintain a nice straight low back. Once you start to get them down, you can crank them out a little bit more. Just make sure we're getting the nice tall hips at the top, and then that nice straight back at the bottom. Again, that's 15 to 20. And then lastly is your one arm band press. So you're going to set up, loop the band right around one foot, step on the other half. That's going to be a nice sturdy anchor. You're just going to bring the band up to your shoulder, and then you're going to press. Keep your chest proud here, ribs pulled down. As you press, you want to make sure you're not leaning back. So from the side here, you're going to look like this. So again, ribs down, brace for that punch. Press up and back. That fist should finish over the shoulder as you press. We get one side, and then we switch it up to the other side, okay? So that's our band circuit. So hopefully you got something similar. Some of you guys might have some bands with handles, and you can use those. Same general principles apply. You might have to stand on the band, you might be able to anchor it around something. So it doesn't have to be that exact variation, but we want those basic patterns as we go through this band circuit, so we're hitting all the key patterns that we wanted to go through today. So that's your lockdown workout number 5. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.